Alright, this is head coach Ross of the ATACX GYM. Helping me out, it's Tatame. Behind the camera, it's Tamara. Okay, this is Lone Kimono, the R.D.L, Radius R.D.L, ATACX GYM style, part 1. Okay, we're going to get right into it. What happens here is that the traditional method of Lone Kimono, the opponent grabs and he cocks back the fist, or she cocks back the fist, and the presumption is you respond before this attack occurs. I have a whole bunch of problems with that. You'll see me illustrate it further in part 2, but what I want to show you right here in part 1 is this. My particular method of approach, which deals with all the real world attacks, also deals with this one too. When the attack grabs you, a lot of people are looking here. The first thing that happens is here. They grab you, and this grab will push you back or keep you still, or sometimes lock you in place. If you're able to respond before they throw the punch, block here, same movement you use in part 2, you'll raise your arm up to defend against this attack. So you'll take this palm, this hand, pin this wrist, pull them down. That's just from a static position. This is just the upper body. When you marry it with the step back from your right leg, what happens is when they grab you and you pin, you pull them into the technique. This is what I'm showing you guys, and this is why it works no matter what the attack is. Even in the traditional method, you know, the more traditional Epak approach. So you go here, bang, heel, palm, claw, or you can even hammer fist here. But we usually do heel, palm, claw here. Scrape down into the heel, palm here. Again, hand sword, and then drop. Bam, down they'll go. Take this arm, snap it across. This elbow, you're going to bring across your shin and step into it with your bow stance. See here? This is a flexion here. You can break the elbow here simply by pressing more. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. You can pull this arm back and break this arm from right here. You have this person under control. See where my right foot is? It's deliberately where I want it to be. I can stomp on her head. I can stomp on her shoulder. I can finish with a hand sword, which you see from the more traditional expression. But the key here is that my method works exactly as shown and taught against even the primary, catalyst, or the more common approach where the assumption is that somehow magically you respond before your opponent throws a punch off. The next thing that happens a lot is that you wind up getting grabbed in the midst of a combination. So I want to go slow so you guys can see this, so there won't be any more discussion about it. Let's say you're squaring off with her and she throws a jab and a cross, and then she grabs you and punches, bam, you do the same thing. You do the same thing. Let me slow it down for you guys so you can see that. When you do the jab, cross, grab, punches, and you're going to do the same thing. See, I step back here, this will start making her fall. When I first did that, pull down, strike, heel, palm, call, bam, lock, turn down you go. Rip this arm across, bam, same movement, bang. Exact same movement. Nothing different. This is what I wanted to show you guys and cover in part 1. This is part 1. Part 2 I'll put up a little bit later, but it's very important that you understand that in no way am I denigrating Kenpo in any way, shape, or form, but what I am advocating is actually a single expression against all of the primary attacks, including the traditional attack, that will work and that you can apply using the basics, nothing advanced. All this stuff we already know. You know, how to transition from stance to stance, blocks, the timing of checking punches. We already know this from white belt. We refined it in yellow belt. We should have no problem with doing this at orange belt. So that's my idea here. Play around with it, at least open your minds and consider what it is I'm saying to you. And hope you have a good day. This is head coach Ross of the ATACX GYM. Helping me out is Tatame. Behind the camera is Tamara. Have a nice day.